Been a long time, hasn't it? A year, to be precise, since I did a video with me in front of the camera. And yes, another update video. This time I've got something to show for it. So, before I get into anything remotely interesting, I'll get the most boring stuff out the way first. My health. I'm fine. You've noticed in my previous update videos I've been saying I've never been healthier. In case you're wondering where I've been all this time, watch that video and watch this one now. Is you notice anything physically different? Just in case you can't tell, because take a good look. In case you can't tell, since that video I have lost about 4.5 stone over the course of a year, which is significant really. No more knee pains, better stamina, better endurance. I'm doing more weapon damage. I'm feeling loads better. I've got more get up and go. That makes any sense. And I've been very busy, both working and trying to find some plumbing work. In case you don't know, I did a plumbing course for the past couple of years. I finished, what was it, August? No, August, no, April. About April time I finished, technically. And I've been trying to get me a driving theory sorted. That's been a bit of a bitch to do, because the questions are so fucking specific. And last test, I was 1 mark off passing. Yeah. Apparently you can take your seatbelt off while reversing. If I got that right, I'd have passed. Fucking things. So, yeah, I've been losing weight, dieting a lot really. I cut a lot of shit out. I feel absolutely great. Though mentally I've been clawing at the walls, because since day one I've not been in front of the camera. Yeah, it's been a bit tough. I think, oh, I'll do this film, oh wait, I can't be on camera. Oh, I'll do this film, oh, I can't be on camera. I can't be on camera. I can't be on fucking camera. I can now. I'd be so jealous of myself if I saw this in the past. But yeah, it's a little surprise. You probably figured out beforehand, but nothing too special. I was hoping to lose a bit more weight and look a lot more different, but better than nothing. I'd rather have lost this weight than gained this weight. But yeah, it's something I'll be updating in the future. You'll be seeing more videos of me losing a lot more weight, being healthier. I'm going to talk about my last video, the Sarcophagus Awaken return video. I revealed a couple of things in this video. For example, the only shot of Zero Tolerance Squad that's on YouTube right now was public. Zero Tolerance Squad has been worked on. There's been a scene finished with Jake and his character. God, it's such a fucking funny scene. If you've seen one of the James Bonds, it's one with Christopher Walken in it, and he's like shooting his employees with an Uzi. The very same deal happens in this. It's so funny, but there's a reason for it. It's not just shooting them for the fun of it. That's one of the reasons, because well, he finds it quite funny. But there's more to it than just that. There's a lot of lore in this film, because the film, the idea itself is about over 10 years old, back when I was making Christopher. So yeah, that's just how old it is. Older, if anything. So yeah, I've been working on that for the longest time. There's going to be a lot more filming going on behind the scenes. Also, yeah, behind the scenes of this film, with me in it now that I'm in front of the camera, and I'm in a certain position where I'm more comfortable in playing a part. Maybe give it a few more weeks or so before I do anything major, but I was doing like other short films, like short tests, mini-series and other stuff, which I'll come to that in this video. So next thing is Horror Converter 2. Is it nearly finished? Sort of. I have been working on it, because I have a bit of a writer's block. I didn't want to just do a repeat of Horror Converter 1. Here's a scary picture, there's a scary picture, loud noises. I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be a lot more passive, a lot more subtle. I've added some more monsters in it. I'm coming to sort of near to completing the monsters in this mod, because I wanted them to have their own sort of personality to them. Not just it charges, it runs at speed, not loudness, and damage doesn't always equal scary. A lot of things in this mod can't actually kill you or even hit you. It's just there to creep you out or spook you. There's all kinds of different things in this. In Horror Converter 2, is another thing I've done. New maps. Now, the way these maps will work is you'll start a map as normal and give it like 1 or 2 seconds. It will cut to the intermission screen like you're finished, and it'll put you into a brand new map that is unique to this WAD. I'm not going to reveal any just yet. I want this to be a bit of a surprise for you. It's rare when it happens, but when it does, it's like, what the fuck, where am I? It'll take inspiration from a lot of internet things like Siren Head, be like a big cornfield or something, or Five Nights at Freddy's, in a way. Another thing I wanted to avoid as well, I don't want to make this Realm 667 the mod. I don't want to do that. There's a couple of things from Realm 667, for example, the Smoke Monster, Darkness Rift, the Blood Ghost. There's a lot of the unique stuff, and it's like stuff I've done in Blender. If you've seen Endor M1 on the Rumors Costume of Games channel, or Halloween special I did, the thing from that, if you haven't seen it, I'd recommend you check it out. It's creepy, and you can play it as well. The thing that appears in that appears in this as well. That's quite spooky. There's a lot of like sound effects at play, a lot of jump scares that appear, a lot of subtle stuff that happens. But yes, I reckon come next year this will be ready. I've even been thinking of doing a little private alpha, well, not a private alpha, public alpha, sorry, because it's been too long. I don't want to leave you guys waiting. I know some of you are looking forward to this. I hate not finishing stuff because I know what it feels like. Myself, you see some, you think, I want to play it, when is it coming out, and it doesn't come out for another like 5 years. I'm not going to say what project it is because I understand. I appreciate that the company making this particular project was undergoing some issues with regards to funding and whatnot. I appreciate that. This is entirely spare time stuff, and given I've been quite busy, I've not had much time to really think about and work on this stuff. But now I reckon I can finish this by next year, early next year. The Star Wars Imperial Legacy Endor mission preview. Yeah, I've been working on the new heroic mission for a little while. It's been going quite smoothly, given how complex some of the things are in it, or going to be in it. Yeah, the next mission we're working on is the Endor mission. It's called Forest Fire. If you've seen the speeder bike section in the trailer, or the teaser, sorry, and that big red stormtrooper with a flamethrower, that's going to be in this mission. Oh, and when Jake blows up the doors to the bunker, that's in the mission right now. Actually, you can blow the doors up. If you're wondering, you're interested in what this is going to look like in the future, if you've seen Division 2, the Iron Horse raid, it's a lot of that is in this mod, minus a few things. Lieutenant Grey, the first boss, he's sort of in this mod in his own way. He's called Lieutenant Gavelston. He works very similar, minus a lot of the raid stuff. For example, the ironclad armour. There's no whack mechanics or like that. He can heal himself and heal his teammates and provide armour and have like a stamp move. A lot of the voice lines are the same. For example, the power of science. Things like that. A lot of things are the same. And the Flame Trooper is essentially Captain Pfizer, but the Flame Trooper is called Phoenix Wings, and he's the big bad, the big boss of this mission. He's a combination of Captain Pfizer and Boomer from Dark Hours. So I'll leave you with that one. Graffiti. If you've seen the website or the Rumors Coliseum blog, I think I mentioned it a couple of times. Graffiti is the next album. If you've heard me single She Is Wearing Black, the singing styles look like that. I've improved significantly. I've gone from, in terms of quality, the sound of a cat dying to just bearable. So, yeah, a lot of the singing is just bearable. I know the singing isn't that good, but the reason we do it is because I enjoy doing it, really. And I like to have something to show for it. I'm not meant to... I meant to try and make it sound good, try and make it sound, something to listen to. But, maybe for everybody, but I've certainly improved. So improved a lot in this album. Oh, and sometimes I enjoy listening to some of the songs in this. So if I enjoy listening to it, it must mean that it's better. You know what I mean? It's better than in previous stuff. Good God! I'm looking at you, Creative Minds and Aldebaran. Not the character Aldebaran, the album. Last of the Light Afterglow. That's a novel. It's a direct sequel to the film Last of the Light. Originally there was meant to be a novel of Black, White and Red called Monochrome Crimson, but that's going to be no longer a book, that's going to be a film. Main reason because the original Black, White and Red doesn't make much sense. It was comprised of found footage of a film called The Invincible Cyclops, which was about a sniper, and I used that footage along with some stuff I recorded after to give it context to make it into a film and just put it out there, but I didn't expect to be so attached to that film. I like the character, I like the feel, I like the style I went for. So there's going to be more stuff about Black, White and Red out there and in the future, but I'll come to that later in this video, because Last of the Light Afterglow is, like I say, a direct sequel. If you wonder who the character is on the front cover, that's Muriel, who you see about a quarter into the film and after the credits, as a post-credits scene. To give a bit of context, she's confronted by Captain Alexander, and Captain Alexander reveals himself to be someone completely different. After revealing himself about 3/4 in, someone adopts that persona and carries it on. I'm not going to say who it is though. You might guess if you've seen. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't. But this sort of ties up a lot of loose ends. It explains a few things as well. It sort of goes back on itself to sort of explain itself a bit, because my storytelling isn't the best. Well, wasn't the best. I've certainly improved now. I've done a lot of research and certainly got me together how to tell a story properly. But this follows Muriel. It explains who she is, where she comes from, and she's an important part in this. If you've seen the post-credit scene, you'll understand why. But yeah, a brand new novel coming to Rams Coliseum. How to Make a Doom Mod, Season 2. They're working on that soon. It'll be basically, it'll be like Season 1, but it'll be a bit more in depth. Be a lot more updated. I'll show you how to make things look a bit better compared to the first one, because the first one is supposed to get your head around the mechanics, how things work. Like I said in the first season, once I've explained something, I won't go over it again, because I don't feel like I'm repeating myself, or something new every episode. I'm not the best Doom modder. There's probably a lot of things I do wrong. But for me, it's like if it works, it doesn't matter what the code looks like, so long as my point is made and it works as intended. So yes, Season 2 of How to Make a Doom Mod will be coming out very soon. Very soon. Eddie Died. What's that about? Well, Eddie Died is going to be Eddie Died is going to be a 6-part mini-series, which, if I tell you what it's about, it will spoil it, really. So I can't quite say what it's about, because what it's about is a bit of a mystery. But I can tell what to expect. Every episode has its own visual style. They don't seem to have much correlation with each other. They look different, but they're actually like perspectives of a overarching event and an overarching story. There's a lot of similarities. For instance, at the start of every episode, the first character you see, or the main character you see in every episode, is in a secluded room, and they walk out of this room into something bigger. What could that mean? and a lot of the characters overlap with each other, you know, but they've all got their own sort of visual style. And if you gather by the picture, you know, the pictures in the back, the symbol of chaos and disorder, along with the pictures of the brain scans, you can probably gather it's going to be quite creepy and a little bit scary. So yeah, it's a 6-part mini horror series, Angel Black. I might have mentioned this a couple of times, but I did mention maybe a couple of years ago I was working on an anime. I figured out how I'm going to do it. It'll be a combination of a couple of things, actually. It will be a certain app, and it will be Blender. Excuse me. Blender job. It won't look like your traditional anime, you know, there's no drawing in it, it's just building really, and using actors to sort of portray some of the characters. But Angel Black, it's, how can I describe it? It's a Christopher reboot. It's essentially the same thing, same universe, but it'll tell that story a bit better. So if you've seen the sarcophagus video, it says, but Roman. If you've seen the sarcophagus video, it says, but Roman is not the only one coming back, and you see the 3 characters step forward from the darkness, which there's something I envisioned for this video for a couple of years now, but not for this particular video, for something like this video. So you see Carl Magnus step forward, and yes, as I mentioned earlier on, Monochrome Crimson, a Black, White and Red reboot, is coming back. He's going to be a bit more flushed out in terms of character. He'll be making a lot more sense of who he is, because at the minute he's a bit of a mystery. You know, he's not explained who the hell he is, where he comes from, or why he's working for the law, or whatever. But yeah, it'll explain who he is. Hell Baron, why is he coming back? Well, have you seen that old film I uploaded to YouTube earlier on this year? A film I did back in 2012, I believe, called Hellraising. The guy featured in that, I'm not going to say his name, for personal reason. The guy featured in that video is playing on his phone, and he's playing this game, and Hell Baron seemingly comes from the game, but it was like a pure coincidence. He actually come from hell itself, because he thinks he's come from the game. Now, why Hell Baron's coming back? It's a couple of reasons, but the main reason is he's going to get his own game. So the game that you see the guy playing on his phone is the game that he thinks he's from. So it's like almost like a prequel, really. It's going to play like a side-scroller beat-em-up. The main reason I'm doing this is because I can just to sort of get the head around the player controls. I'm going to do Tormara Remastered. I don't know if I've mentioned that already, but yeah, Tormara. Well, yeah, because you've seen the theme preview I've done for it. Tormara Remastered will be the next game we'll be working on. What Hellraisin's going to do, it's going to sort of help me get me around the player controls. Once I've done that, I can finish that game and then work on Tormara Remastered. And when I work on that, it's going to be fun to play, a lot more. Well, it's going to work this time. Big Daddy Rambler, why is he coming back? Well, it's such a cool character sent by one of our other members of Women's Coliseum, Irish Spy. I did do a thing called Minority Members, but I didn't quite understand what that word meant. It did sound a bit daft now. I think, what's a minority member? You know what I mean? I'll just say he's a member of Women's Coliseum. Who sent in a character called Big Daddy Rambler with it's got like a chainsaw and a horse mask. I actually got that mask just to sort of play that character. I used him once in a video called, what was it, He Comes or something? He Returns, something like that. And you see a video of him taking on another character called Lawrence. But Big Daddy Rambler's coming back. And they'll come back a couple of times because things like that, I don't want to just go, here's a short film, there I've used him. I don't want to do that. I want to use him in something a bit bigger. So he's going to appear a couple of times because, well, I quite like the character really. So if you've got any character ideas, please send more. I shall put them in. I shall use them. and then kill them. No, probably not, actually. I want them to live on. Entertain. So what can we expect from the future that I didn't mention in that video? Aside from what I've already mentioned, nothing much really. I've not forgot about Attack of the 80s. There's some complications with that, which I'm going to... It'll be finished soon now, Attack of the 80s. Be sure to stay tuned for a Halloween special this Halloween. It won't be Week of Terror 2, I'm so sorry. And that does actually remind me, Week of Terror 2. I'm just going to say, I've recorded a couple of episodes, one of which I won't be able to upload to YouTube. One main reason is dangerous acts that I performed in that video, which led to an injury. I got very lucky that I didn't... Well, I nearly killed myself. Yeah. I'm going to say is I played Russian roulette in the video. Where if I die, I played Russian roulette. So I'm trying to avoid details, but I will say this just to sort of clarify just how dangerous this video was. I played Russian roulette with a modified Nerf gun. Well, not the gun wasn't modified, the dart was. I stuck something at the end of the dart to make it a bit more dangerous. I won't be releasing that video, but it will be incredibly censored. It will just look like I'm overreacting to a normal Nerf dart, when really there's a pin tack at the end of the fucking thing. If that gets taken down, it'd be fucking stupid, because YouTube has me in its fucking iron sights. And stop taking my fucking videos down. For fuck's sake. And what I'll do is I'll probably do like a Google Drive thing and put all my videos that I can't put on YouTube on there, so you have access to it. You can watch the videos, just not on YouTube. So you can download them, do what you want with them. Just be careful. There could be viruses on there. Wasn't it fucking viruses? Who do you think I am? Tony Quango. Right then, thank you for watching today's update video. I'll see you soon. See you very soon, actually. Stay healthy. And, hey mate, Ollie Barron. You have been watching the Mr. Skulltag channel. Be sure to check out the links in the description below for more short films, entertaining videos, gaming videos, or check out our blog for future updates.